Hello, everyone. This is Black Wall Street Chronicles, and we're back at it again. Thank you for listening to my podcast. Today, we're going to the episode is called "Understanding Crypto," and when I explain the history of cryptocurrencies, and I also am going to talk about the case between Ripple and the Security Exchange Commission, because this particular case will be relevant in cryptocurrencies in the United States of America in the future. Thank you very much, and give me 1 second. I'm gonna guys. All right, now I'm gonna get right to it. A cryptocurrency, or crypto, is a digital asset designed to work as a medium of exchange where the individual coin ownership records are stored in a ledger existing in a form of computerized database, using storing cryptography to secure transaction records, to control the creation of additional coins, and to verify the transfer of coin ownership. Cryptocurrency does not exist in physical form and is typically not issued by a central authority. Cryptocurrencies use a decentralized control opposed to a central bank digital currency, where a cryptocurrency is minted or created prior to issuance or issued a single issuer. It is generally considered centralized. When implemented with decentralized control, each cryptocurrency works through a distributed ledger technology, typically a blockchain, that serves as a public financial transaction database. Bitcoin, the first as open source software in 2009, is the first decentralized cryptocurrency. Since the release of Bitcoin, many other cryptocurrencies have been created. In 1983, an American cryptographer, David Chaum, conceived an anonymous cryptographic electronic money called eCash. Later in 1995, he implemented it into DigiCash, an early form of cryptographic electronic payments, which required user software in order to withdraw notes for a bank and designate specific encrypted keys before it could be sent to a recipient. This allowed the digital currency to be untraceable by the issuing bank, the government, or any third party. In 1996, the National Security Agency published a paper entitled How to Make a Mint, the Cryptographically of Anonymous Electric Cash, describing a cryptocurrency system, first publishing it in an MIT mailing list and later in 1997 in the American Law Review, Volume 46, Issue 4. In 1998, Wadai published a description of B-money, characterized as an anonymous distributed electric cash system. Shortly thereafter, 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐤 described 𝐷𝐿. Like Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies that will follow it, 𝐷𝐿, not to be consumed with the later gold-based exchange BitGold, was described as an electrocurrency system which required users to complete a proof of work function, with solutions being cryptographically put together and published. In 2009, the first decentralized cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, was created by presumably pseudonymous developer Satoshi Nakamoto. It used 𝐭𝐴-256, a cryptocurrency hash function, in its proof of work scheme. In April 2011, Namecoin was created as an attempt at forming this centralized DNS. Internet censorship very difficult. Soon after, in October 2011, Litecoin was released. It was used as script as hash function instead of 𝐭𝐴-256. Another notable cryptocurrency, Peercoin, used a proof-of-work or proof-of-stake hybrid. Cardano has been the largest proof-of-stake cryptocurrency since 2018. On August 6, 2014, the UK announced its Treasury had commissioned a study of cryptocurrencies and what role, if they could, play in the US economy. The study also was to report on whether regulation should be considered. In 2021, El Salvador became the first country to accept Bitcoin as legal tender, after the Legislative Assembly had voted 62-22 to pass a bill submitted by President 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐵𝐿 Bukele, classifying the cryptocurrencies as such. According to Jan Leski, a cryptocurrency is a system that meets 6 conditions. 1. The system does not require a central authority. The state is maintained through distributed consensus. 2. The system keeps an overview of cryptocurrency users and their ownership. 3. The system defines whether new cryptocurrency units can be created. If new cryptocurrency units can be created, the system defines the circumstances of their origin and how to determine the ownership of these new units. 4. Ownership of cryptocurrency units can be proved exclusively cryptographically. 5. The system allows transactions to be performed in which ownership of cryptographic units is exchanged. A transaction statement can be only issued by an entity proving the current ownership of these units. 6. If 2 different institutions for changing the ownership of the same cryptographic units are simultaneously entered, the system performs most at one of them. In March 2018, the word cryptocurrency was added to the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Altcoins. Tokens, cryptocurrencies, and other forms of digital assets are not Bitcoin, are collectively known as alternative cryptocurrencies. Typically shortened to altcoins or altcoins. Paul Vigina of the Wall Street Journal also describes altcoins as alternative versions of Bitcoins. Given its role as the modern protocol for all altcoin designers, the term is usually described coins and tokens created after Bitcoin. A list of some cryptocurrencies can be found in the List of Cryptocurrencies article. Let's put out the list of crypto. Let's look at the first. We're going to start with the active currencies. Bitcoin was made in 2009. Litecoin was made in 2011 by Charlie Lee. Namecoin, also named in 2011 by Vincent Durham. Peercoin, created by Sonny King. 2013, Dogecoin, created by Jackson Palmer and Vicky Marquez. Gradecoin, created by Rob Halford. Primecoin, created by Sonny King. Ripple, which we're going to be talking about later, created by Chris Larson and 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐞. NXT by BC Next. Aurora Coin, created by Balder Oldenson. Dash Coin, created by E. Van Dulfield and Kyle Hagen. NEO, created by Don Humphrey and Eric Zhang. Maza Coin, created by BTC Oyek Initiative. Monero Core Team. Titcoin, created by Edward Mansfield and Richard Allen. Verge Coin, created by Sonarock. Stellar Coin, created by 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐞. Verx Coin, created by David Muir. Ethereum, created by Wojtek Buterin. Ethereum Classic, created by ETC Chash and Thanos. Nano Coin, created by Colin McMahon. Tether Coin, created by John Lovesic and Wendy Wild. I hope I'm pronouncing these names right. Pharaoh, created by Prominent Esom. Zcash, created by 𝐦𝐨𝐬 Wilcox. BCH, created by SHA-256D. EOS.I0, created by Dan Latimer. Cardano, created by Charles Hawkinson. BitClout, nobody knows who created BitClout. Now here's the coins that are inactive. Okay. The first coin that's inactive is 𝐭𝐴. It was created by its founder. BitConnect. BitConnect is coin. Yeah, I remember BitConnect. BitConnect was discovered as a Ponzi scheme. Kodak Coin, that one is gone. Venezuelan government, 𝐬𝐤𝐬 Coin. Petro Coin, which was created by the Venezuelan government. OneCoin, created by Ruja Ekatova and Stephen Green. So these are the cryptocurrencies that's not available anymore. Where was I? eCash. Now here's the history of Bitcoin. I already said the history of Bitcoin. Okay, I did the list of cryptocurrencies, so here it is. Altcoin offer has underlying differences with Bitcoin. For Litecoin aims to process a block every 2.5 minutes, rather than Bitcoin's 10 minutes, which allow Litecoin to confirm transactions faster than Bitcoin. Another example is Ethereum, which has smart contract functionality that allows decentralized applicants to run on its blockchain. In 2020, according to Bloomberg News, 2016 has its largest falling of any altcoin, according to the New York Times. Significant rallies across altcoin markets are often referred as an alt season. Crypto tokens. A blockchain account can provide functions other than making payments. For example, in decentralized applications of smart contracts, fungible tokens are sometimes referred as crypto tokens. These terms are usually reserved for other fungible tokens that main cryptocurrency of the blockchain, that is. Usually fungible tokens issued within a smart contract run at the top of a blockchain such as Ethereum. There are also non-fungible tokens. Non-fungible tokens. The rise in popularity of cryptocurrencies in early 2021 has also led to the rise in popularity of non-fungible tokens, commonly referred as NFT, as NFT is data which is stored in digital ledger, and this data represents a specific something. For example, an NFT can represent artwork, a music album, or some other type of digital file. There is a common misconception that NFTs are an actual type of cryptocurrency, but they're not. The main similarity between cryptocurrency and NFT that they both have stored digital record on a blockchain. With NFT, each token purchased has a value which is unique and cannot possibly exchange for another token of equal value. Central cryptocurrency is produced by the entire cryptocurrency system correctly, as a rate which is defined when the system is created and which is publicly known. In centralized banking and economic systems such as the Federal Reserve, corporate boards and governments control the supply of currency by printing units of fiat money or demanding additions to digital banking ledgers. In the case of decentralized cryptocurrency, companies or governments cannot produce units and have not so provided backing for other firms, banks, or corporate entities which hold asset value measured in it. The underlying technical system upon decentralized cryptocurrencies is based on created by the group of individuals known as Satoshi Nakamoto. In May 2018, over 1,800 cryptocurrency specifications existed. Within a proof-of-work cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin, the safety, integrity, and the balance of ledgers is maintained by a community of mutually distrustful parties, referred to as miners, who use their computers to help validate and timestamp transactions, added them to the ledger in accordance to a partition time scheme. The proof-of-stake blockchain transactions are validated by the holders of associated cryptocurrencies, sometimes grouped together in state pools. Most cryptocurrencies are designed to gradually decrease the production of that currency, placing a cap on the total amount of currency that will ever be in circulation. Compared with ordinary currencies held by financial institutions or kept cash in hand, cryptocurrency can be more difficult for seizure by law enforcement. Blockchain. The validity of each cryptocurrency coins is produced by a blockchain. A blockchain is a continuously growing list of records called blocks, which are linked and secured using cryptocurrency. Each block typically contains a hash pointer is linked to a previous block and a timestamp and transaction data. By design, blockchains are inherently resistant to modification of the data. It is an open distributed ledger that can be record transactions between two parties efficiently in a variable and permanent way. managed by peer-to-peer network, collectively adhering to a protocol for validating new blocks. Once recorded, the data in any given block cannot be altered retroactively without the alteration of all subsequent blocks, which requires collusion of the network majority. Blockchains are secure by design and is an example of a distributed computing system in which high Bayesian fault tolerance, decentralized consensus, has therefore been achieved with a blockchain. Nodes. In the world of cryptocurrency, a node is a computer that connects to a cryptocurrency network. A node supports validation or hosting a copy of the block of the cryptocurrency it supports. When transaction broadcasts details transaction using encryption to the other nodes. Throughout the node network is the transaction, and every other transaction is known. Node owners are either volunteers, those hosted by the organization or body responsible for developing the cryptocurrency blockchain network technology, or those who entice the host the node to receive rewards for hosting the node network. Timestamping. Cryptocurrencies use various timestamping schemes to prove the validity of transactions added to the blockchain ledger without the need of a trusted third party. First timestamping scheme invented in the proof-of-work scheme. The most widely used proof-of-work schemes are based on 𝐭𝐸-256 and script. Some other hashtag algorithms that are used for proof-of-work outside, including Kryptonite, Blake, sh8-3, and x11. Network and achieving distributed consensus through requesting users to show ownership of a current amount of currency. It is different from proof-of-work systems that run difficult hashing algorithms to validate electric transactions. The scheme is largely dependent on coin, and there is no standard from it. Some cryptocurrencies use a combined proof-of-work and proof-of-stake scheme. Is a validation transaction. For this effort, successful miners attain new cryptocurrency as an award. The reward decreases transaction fees by creating complementary incentive to contribute the process power of the network. The rate of the generating hashes, which validates any transaction, has been increased for the use of specialized machines, so as FPGAs and ASICs running complex hashtag algorithms like sh8-256 and script. The arms race for cheaper yet efficient machines has existed since the first cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, was introduced in 2009. With more people venturing into the world of cryptocurrency, generation hashtags for this validation has become more complex over the years. With miners have to invest large sums of money on employing multiple high-performance ASICs. Thus, the value of the currency obtained for finding a hash does not justify the money spent on setting up the machines, cooling facilities to overcome the heat they produce, and the electricity required to run them. Favorite regions of mining are those with a cheap electricity or cold climate. As July 2019, Bitcoin electricity consumption is estimated to 7 gigawatts, 0.2 of the global total, or the equivalent that of Switzerland. Yeah, they said that cryptocurrency mining is a problem when it comes to electricity. And the fact that it has to mine a crypto uses just as much energy to run a country like Switzerland, that's crazy. Miners improve resources, sharing the processing power off of a network to split the reward equally, according to the amount that they contributed to the possibility of finding a block. A share is rewarded to members of the mining pool who present a valid partial proof of work. As of February 2018, the Chinese government halting trading virtual currency, banned initial coin offerings, and shut down mining. Some Chinese miners since relocated to Canada. One company is operating data centers for mining operations at Canadian oil and gas field sites due to low gas prices. In June 2018, Hydro-Quebec proposed the provisional government to allocate 500 milliwatts to cryptocurrencies to mining. According to February 2018 report from Fortune, Iceland's become a haven for cryptocurrency miners, part because of its cheap electricity. In March 2018, the city of Plattsburgh in upstate New York put an 18-month moratorium on all cryptocurrency mining in order to preserve natural resources and the character and direction of the city. GPU price rise. In a cryptocurrency mining increase for the graphic cards, GPU in 2017, the computer-powered GPUs makes them well suited to generate hashes. Popular favorites of cryptocurrency miners such as NVIDIA GTX 1060 and GTX 1070 graphics cards, as well as AMD's RX 570 and RX 580 GPUs, double to triple them in price or without a stock. Another popular card, GTX, a $6 billion model, was released on MSRP of $2,050, sold for almost $500. RX 570, RX 580 cards for the AMD were out of stock for almost a year. Miners regularly buy up on the stock of the new CPUs. The stills they're available. NVIDIA has asked retailers to do what they can do when it comes to selling GPUs to gamers instead of miners. Gamers come first for NVIDIA, said PR manager for NVIDIA in the German region. A cryptocurrency wallet. We're going to talk about cryptocurrency wallets. Cryptocurrency wallet stores the public and private keys or seed can be used to receive and spend the cryptocurrency. Within the public key, it is possible for others to send currency to the wallet. There exist multiple methods of storing keys or seed them in a wallet using public wallets, which are traditional public, private, or seed keys written on paper, to using hardware wallets, which are dedicated to hardware to securely store your wallet information. Using a digital wallet, which is a computer with a software hosting all your wallet information. Hosting your wallet using an exchange where cryptocurrency is traded, or by storing your wallet information on a digital meaning, such as plain text. Bitcoin is pseudonymous rather than anonymous in that the cryptocurrency within a wallet is not tied to people, but rather to one or more specific keys. Therefore, Bitcoin owners are not identifiable, but with all transactions are publicly available in the blockchain. Still, cryptocurrencies exchanges are often required by law to connect personal information of their users. Additions such as Monero, 𝐦𝐤𝐤, 𝐜𝐸, and CryptoNote has been suggested, which will allow for initial anonymity and fungibility. Proof of work cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin offer block rewards and incentives for miners. There has been an implicit belief that whether miners are paid by block rewards or transaction fees does not affect the security of the blockchain, but the study suggests that they might not be the case under certain circumstances. The rewards paid for miners increase the supply of the cryptocurrency, by making sure it's verifying a transaction is a costly business. The integrity of the network can be observed as long as the benevolent nodes control a majority of the computing power. The verification algorithm requires the processing power, thus electricity, in order to make the verification costly enough to accurately validate public blockchain. Not only do miners have to factor in the costs associated with the expensive equipment necessary to stand a chance of solving hash problem, they further must consider the significant amount of electrical power in the search of the solution. Generally, the block rewards outweigh electricity and equipment costs, but this may always be the case. The current value, not the long-term value, of the cryptocurrency supports a reward scheme to incentivize miners to engage in costly mining activities. Some sources claim that the current Bitcoin design is very inefficient, creating a welfare loss of 1.5 relative to the efficient cash system. The main source of this inefficiency is the large mining cost, which is estimated to be $360 million per year in US dollars. This translates into users being willing to accept the cash system with an inflation rate of 230% before being better off using Bitcoin as a means of payment. Creation, minimalizing transaction fees. Another potential improvement is to eliminate inefficient mining activities by changing the consensus protocol altogether. For cryptocurrency at the time versus the demand for the currency holder for faster transaction. The currency holder can choose a specific transaction fee, whilst network entiles process transaction in order the highest offer fee to lowest. Cryptocurrency exchange can simply do process for currency holders by offering priority alternatives and thereby determine which fee will likely cause the transaction to be processed in the requested time. Either transaction fees differ by computational complexity, bandwidth use, and storage needs, while the Bitcoin transaction fees differ by transaction size and whether the transactions use SegWit. In September 2018, median transaction fee corresponded to 0.01755 cents. Some cryptocurrencies have no transaction fees and ban mechanism. Exchanges. Cryptocurrency exchange allow customers to trade cryptocurrencies for other assets, such as conventional fiat money, or to trade between different digital currencies. Timing swaps are a mechanism where one cryptocurrency could exchange directly for another cryptocurrency without the need of a trusted third party such as an exchange. ATM. Jordan Keeley, follower of Robocoin, launched the first Bitcoin ATM in the United States on February 20, 2014. The kiosk installed in Austin, Texas is similar to bank ATMs, but has the scanners to read government-issued identification such as a driver's license or a passport to confirm users' identities. Initial coin offerings. An initial coin offering is a controversial means to raise funds to a new cryptocurrency venture. ICO may be used to start us with the intention of avoiding regulation, However, securities regulators in many jurisdictions, including the US and Canada, have indicated that the coin of token is an investment contact under the hiring choice, i.e., an investment of money with a reasonable expectation of profit based significantly on an entrepreneur or managerial efforts of others. It is security and is subjected to securities regulation. In the ICU campaign, a percentage of the cryptocurrency, usually in the form of tokens, is sold early to backers of the project in exchange for legal tender or other cryptocurrencies, often Bitcoin or Ether. According to PricewaterhouseCoopers, 4 of the 10 biggest proposed initial coin offerings have used Switzerland as a base, where they are frequently registered as nonprofit organizations. The Swiss regulatory agency, FINMA, stated it will take a balanced approach to ICO projects and will allow legitimate innovators to navigate in the regulatory landscape and to launch their products in a way consistent with national laws protecting investors and the integrity of the financial system. In response to numerous requests by industry representatives, a legislative ICO working group began to issue some legal guidelines in 2018, which are intended to remove uncertainty from current offerings and to establish sustainable business practices. Here's the trends. The market cap of any coin is calculated by the multiplying the number of coins in circulation. The total cryptocurrency market cap has been historically dominated by Bitcoin, accounting for at least 50% of the market cap. And where all coins have increased and decreased in market cap, Bitcoin's value is largely determined by speculation, among other technological limiting factors known as the blockchain rewards coded into the architectural technology of Bitcoin, which is when the block rewards received from Bitcoin are have to do technological mandate limited factors installed into Bitcoin, which turns limits into the supply of Bitcoin. Followed by downtrend. By mid-June 2021, cryptocurrency is an admitted extremely volatile asset class. Portfolio diversification had begun to offer by some wealth managers in the U.S. Earlier, I talked about how there is increased regulation coming up because Ripple is actually in court with the Security Exchange Commission. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break and I'm going to come back. Give me a second. Hey, Gold State. How are you? Thank you for stopping. Let's just step away for a minute. I noticed that you answered my poll. What do you think about cryptocurrencies, Gold State of Mind? Thank you, Gold State. I appreciate it. So, do you have any questions about the state of the cryptocurrency? How cryptocurrency is going to change? Looking for a Bitcoin trade. I only trade Forex. You thinking about getting into Dogecoin? Have you heard about that? Okay. All right. Okay, that's good. Now what I was trading was Superbird. What is Superbird? I've never heard of that. How much does the coin cost? I never heard of this cryptocurrency before. Mm. Sure, right now. You can basically send me the information to join my message board if you want to. I can link up with you and your team. All right, Gold State of Mind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on with the rest of the episode because what I wanted to do was talk about the increased regulation in 2021. The rise of popularity of cryptocurrency and their adoption by financial institutions have led some government to assess whether regulation is needed to protect users. Just send me your information and I'll get back to you. The rise in popularity of cryptocurrencies and the adoption by financial institutions have led some government to assess whether regulation is needed to protect users. The Financial Action Task Force, FATF, has defined cryptocurrency-related services as virtual asset service providers and recommended that they have been regulated with the same money laundering and know your customer requirements as financial institutions. On June 10, 2021, the Basel Committee on Banking Supervision must set aside capital to uncover all potential losses. For instance, if a bank were to hold Bitcoin worth $2 billion, it will be required to set aside enough capital to cover the entire $2 billion. This is more extreme standard than the banks are usually held to when it comes to other assets. However, this proposal is not a regulation. The U.S. Securities Exchange Commission, the SEC, is considering what steps to take. On July 8, 2021. Senator Elizabeth Warren, who was part of Senate Banking Committee, wrote to the chairman of the SEC and demanded that it provide answers on cryptocurrency regulation by July 28, 2021. Senator Elizabeth Warren, who was part of the Banking Committee, wrote to the chairman of the SEC and demanded that it provide answers on cryptocurrency regulation by July 28, 2021. Due to an increase in cryptocurrency exchange use and the danger this poses to consumers. On May 18, 2021, China banned financial institutions and payment companies from being able to provide cryptocurrency transaction-related services. This led to a soft fall in price to the biggest proof of cryptocurrencies. For instance, Bitcoin fell 31%, Ethereum fell 44%, Binance Coin fell 32%, and Dogecoin fell 30%. Proof of work mining was the next focus, with regulators in popular mining regions citing the use of electricity generated from highly polluting sources such as coal to create Bitcoin and Ethereum. In the United Kingdom, as of January 10, 2021, all cryptocurrency firms, such as exchanges, advisors, and professionals that have either a presence, market product, or provide services within the UK market, must register with the Financial Conduct Authority. Additionally, on June 27, 2021, the financial watchdog demanded that Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, cease all regulated activities in the UK. Some commentators believe that this is a sign what comes to current stringent regulation of the UK cryptocurrency market. South Africa was seeing a large sum amount of scams related to cryptocurrency in the recent months is said to be putting a regulatory timeline in place that will produce a regulatory framework in 3 to 6 months. The largest scam occurred in April 2021, where the two founders of an African-based cryptocurrency exchange called AfriCrypt additionally mirror trading internet disappeared with 170 million worth of cryptocurrency in January 2021. March 2021, South Korea implemented new legislation to strengthen their oversight of the digital assets. This legislation requires all digital asset managers, providers, and exchanges are registered with the Korea Financial Intelligence Units in order to operate in South Korea security management system, and they got ensure all customers have real name bank accounts, that the CEO and board members of the exchange have not been convicted of any crimes, and the exchange holds sufficient levels of deposit insurance to cover losses arising from hacks. Some countries, such as Turkey, have taken a much stricter stance on cryptocurrencies. On April 16, 2021, Turkey's central bank, the Central Bank of the Republic of Turkey, banned the use of cryptocurrency and crypto assets for making purchases from April 30, 2021, on grounds that the use of cryptocurrency for such purchases poses significant transaction risk. El Salvador, however, has taken a very contrasting approach to other countries who are limited the use of cryptocurrencies. On June 9, 2021, El Salvador announced that it will adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. El Salvador is the I'm going to talk about the legality of cryptocurrencies. The legal status of cryptocurrency varies substantially from county to county and is still undefined and changing in many of them. At least one study has shown that broad generalizations about the use of bitcoins in illicit finance are significantly overstated, that the blockchain is an effective crime fighting and intelligence gathering tool. While some countries have explicitly allowed their use in trade, others have banned or restricted it. According to the Library of Congress, an absolute ban on trading or using cryptocurrencies applied in 8 countries that include Bulgaria, Bolivia, Egypt, Iraq, Morocco, Nepal, Pakistan, and the United Arab Emirates. An implicit ban applies to other 15 countries, which includes Bahrain, Bangladesh, China, Colombia, the Dominican Republic, Indonesia, Iran, Kuwait, Lesto, Lithuania, Macau, Oman, United States and Canada. State and provisional security regulators coordinated through the North American Securities Administrators Association are investigating Bitcoin scams and ICOs in 40 jurisdictions. Departments and courts have classified Bitcoin differently. China's central bank banned the handling of Bitcoins by financial institutions in China in early 2014. In Russia, through cryptocurrency is legal, it is illegal to actually purchase goods with any currency other than the Russian ruble. Regulation that bans applied to Bitcoins probably extend to some cryptocurrencies, so you can't purchase any product with it. That's interesting. Cryptocurrency are a potential tool to evade economic sanctions, example against Russia, Iran, and Venezuela. Russia also secretly supported Venezuela with the creation of the Petro, a national cryptocurrency initiated by the Maduro government to obtain viable oil revenues by circumventing U.S. sanctions. In August 2018, the Bank of Thailand announced its plans to create its own cryptocurrency, the central bank digital currency. Cryptocurrency advertisements have been temporarily banned on Facebook, Google, Twitter, Bing, Snapchat, LinkedIn, and MailChimp. Chinese internet platforms Baidu, Tenet, and Weibo has also prohibited Bitcoin advertisements. The Japanese platform Line and the Russian platform Yandex have similar prohibitions. On March 25th, 2014, the United States Internal Revenue Service, also known as the IRS, ruled that Bitcoin will be treated properly for tax purposes. This means Bitcoin will now be subject to capital gains tax, the paper published metals market than traditional currencies. Hence, an agreement with the IRS decision, even if based on different reasons. The IRS starts sending letters to cryptocurrency owners warning them to amend their returns and pay taxes. Yeah, you better pay your taxes. Yeah, them IRS is gonna come for you. The legal concern of an unregulated global economy. It's populated of the demand in online currencies has increased since the inception of Bitcoin in 2009. So as the concern that such an unregulated person-to-person global economy that cryptocurrency offers may come to threat to society. Concerns abound that altcoins may become tools for anonymous web criminals. Cryptocurrency networks display a lack of regulation that has been criticized as enabling criminals who seek to evade taxes and launder money. Money laundering issues are also present in bank transfers. However, in bank-to-bank wire transfers, for instance, the account holder must at least provide a proven identity. Transactions occur due to use and exchange through these altcoins or independent for former banking systems, and therefore can make a tax evasion simpler for individuals. Since charting taxable income is based on what a recipient reports to the Revenue Service, it becomes extremely difficult to account for transactions made using existing cryptocurrencies, a mode of exchange that is complex and difficult to track. Systems of anonymity. The most cryptocurrencies offer can serve as a simpler means to launder money. Rather than laundering money through an intrinsic net of financial actors and offshore bank accounts, laundering money through altcoins can be achieved through anonymous transactions. Loss, theft, and fraud. In February 2014, with the world's largest Bitcoin exchange, Mt. Gox, declared bankruptcy, the company stated that it's lost nearly 473 million of their customers' Bitcoin, likely due to death, which Mt. Gox blamed on hackers who exploited transaction malleability problems in the network. This was equivalent to approximately 750,000 Bitcoins, or about 70% of all Bitcoins in existence. The price of the Bitcoin fell from a high about $1,160 in December to $400 in February. Two members of the Silk Road Task Force, a multi-agent federal task force that carried out the U.S. investigation of Silk Road, seized Bitcoins for their own use in course of the investigation. DEA agent Carl Mark Force IV, who attempted to extort Silk Road founder Ross Ulbricht, dead pleaded guilty to money laundering, obstruction of justice, and extortion under the Code of Official Right, and was sentenced to 6.5 years in federal prison. U.S. Secret Service agent Sean Bridges pleaded guilty to crimes relating to his diversion of $800,000 worth of Bitcoins to his personal account during the investigation, and also separately pleaded guilty to money laundering in connection with another cryptocurrency theft. He was literally sentenced to nearly 8 years in federal prison. Romero Josh Garza, who founded the cryptocurrencies 𝐤 miners and Zen miners in 2014, acknowledged in a plea agreement that his companies were part of a pyramid scheme and pleaded guilty to wire fraud in 2015. The U.S. Securities Exchange Commission separately brought a civil enforcement action Garza, who eventually ordered pay a judgment of $9.1 million plus $700,000 in interest. The Securities Exchange Commission complaint stated that Garza, through his companies, had fraudulently sold invested contracts representing shares in the profits that they claimed they'd be generated from mining. On November 21st, 2016, 17. To Tether cryptocurrency announced that they were hacked, losing 31 million in USDT from their primary wallet. The company has tagged its stolen currency, hoping to lock them in the hacker's wallet. Tether indicates that it's building a new core for its primary wallet in response to an attack in order to prevent stolen coins from being used. In May 2018, Bitcoin, gold, and other cryptocurrencies was hit by a successful 51% hash attack known as Unknown Actor, in which exchanges lost an estimated 18 million. In June 2018, Korean exchange Coral was hacked, losing US 37 million worth of altcoin. Fear surrounding that hack was blamed for 42 billion cryptocurrency market sell-off. On July 9, 2018, the exchange Bancor had 23.5 million in cryptocurrencies stolen. The French regulator Autorité des Marchés Financiers lists 15 websites of companies that solicit investment in cryptocurrency without being authorized to do so in France. 2020 EU report found that the users have lost cryptocurrency assets worth hundreds of millions of US dollars in security breaches at exchanges and storage providers. From 2011 to 2019, between 4 and 12 breaches were identified a year. In 2019, deaths were reported to exceed a value of 1 billion. Stolen assets typically find their way to illegal markets and are used to fund criminal activity. Properties of cryptocurrency gave them popularity in applications such as a safe haven and banking crisis, means of payment, which also led to cryptocurrency use in controversial settings in the online black markets, such as the Silk Road. The original Silk Road was shut down in October 2013, and there have been more versions in use since then. In the following initial shutdown of Silk Road, the number of prominent dark markets increased to 4 to 12, while the amount of drug listings increased from 18,000 to 32,000. Darknet markets present challenges in regards to legality. Cryptocurrency used in dark markets are not clearly or legally classified in almost parts of the world. US Bitcoins is labeled as virtual assets. This type of ambiguous classification puts pressure on law enforcement agencies around the world to adapt to shifting drug trade of dark markets. Reception. See how Bitcoins is affecting the world. Speculation, fraud, and adoption. Cryptocurrencies have been compared to Ponzi schemes, pyramid schemes, and economic bubbles, such as housing market bubbles. The Howard Marks of Oak Tree Capital Management stated in 2017 that digital currencies were nothing but an outfounded fad, based on the willingness to ascribe value to something has little or none what people will pay for it, and compare them to the tulip mania, South Sea bubble, and dot-com bubble. The New Yorker has explained the debate based on interviews from blockchain founders in an article about argument whether Bitcoin, Ethereum, and blockchain are transforming the world. While cryptocurrencies are digital currencies that manage through advanced encryption techniques, many governments have taken a cautious approach towards them, feeling that they lack central control and effects they have on financial security. Regulators in several countries have warned against cryptocurrency, and some have taken measures to dissuade users. However, in research in 2021 by the UK's financial regulator suggested that such warnings went unheard or ignored. Fewer than 10 potential cryptocurrency buyers were aware of consumer warnings on the FCA website, and 12% of the crypto users were not aware of their holdings were not protected by statutory compensation. Additionally, many banks do not offer services for cryptocurrencies and can refuse to offer services to virtual currency companies. Garan Murphy and central banking officers stated widespread use of cryptocurrency will also make it more difficult for statistical agencies to gather data on economic activity, which are used to the governments to steer the economy. He cautioned that virtual currency poses a new challenge to central banks' control over important functions of monetary and exchange rate policy. While traditional financial products have strong consumer protections in place, there is no intermediary with the power of consumer losses if bitcoins are lost or stolen. One of the features cryptocurrency lacks in compared to credit cards, for example, is consumer protection against fraud, such as chargebacks. Some companies, such as NCR Corporation, which is partnered with Flexia and Gemini, have started integrating certain cryptocurrencies into POS systems. Retailers have such POS systems like Starbucks, Whole Foods, Nordstrom's, and offer the possibility of playing with them. Yeah, so you can start playing for Starbucks, Whole Foods, and Nordstrom's with cryptocurrency. The cryptocurrency community prefers to pre-mining, hidden losses, ICO, and extreme rewards for the altcoin finders at a deceptive practice. It can be also an inherent part of a cryptocurrency's design. Pre-mining means currency is generated by the currency's founders prior to being released to the public. Paul Krugman, winner of the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences, has repeated numerous times that a bubble that it will not last, and links it to the tulip mania. American businessman Mangate Warren Buffett thinks that cryptocurrency will come back to a bad ending. In 2017, BlackRock CEO Lars D. Fink called Bitcoin an index of money laundering. Bitcoins just show you how much demand money laundering is in the world. Economic freedom. Cryptocurrency presents major strides in economic growth and freedom to individuals such in developing nations and those under economic sanctions. The crypto market is known to be easier to access than traditional banks due to less regulations and allows citizens to bypass governments and regulation to mine for currency rewards, to utilize trade, and convert them to common goods to survive. A country with high inflation with fiat currency is no longer available to be easily utilized to survive. Many are turning to cryptocurrency, working through online job boards to bypass strict regulation and achieve economic freedom. Mining for proof-of-work cryptocurrencies consumes significant quantities of electricity and has a large associated carbon footprint. In 2017, Bitcoin mining was estimated to consume 94.8 megawatt, 948 megawatts, equivalent to the countries of the scale of Angola or Panama, respectively ranked 102 and 103rd in the world. Proof-of-work blockchains such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Monero were estimated to add 3 the period January 2016 to June 30, 2017. By November 2018, Bitcoin is estimated to have an annual energy consumption of 45.9 million tons of carbon dioxide, rivaling nations like Jordan and Sri Lanka. Critics have also identified a large economic waste problem in disposing of mining rigs. A large electronic waste problem in disposing. Technological limit. There are also current technical elements to consider. For example, technological advancement in cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin result in high upfront cost of mining transactions of normally irreversible for the number of blocks confirm the transaction. Additionally, cryptocurrency private keys can be permanently lost from local storage due to malware, data loss, and the destruction of the physical media. This precludes cryptocurrency from being spent, resulting in its effective removal from the markets. Academic studies. In September 2015, the establishment of peer-reviewed academic journal Ledger was announced. It covers studies of cryptocurrencies and related technologies and is published by the University of Pittsburgh. The journal encourages authors to digitally sign Bitcoin blockchain. Authors are also asked to include a personal Bitcoin address in the first page of their papers. A number of ad agencies have started accepting donations of cryptocurrencies, including the American Red Cross, UNICEF, and the UN Food Program. Cryptocurrencies make tracking donations easier and have the potential to allow donors to see how their money is used. Crypto will uphold existing donor protocols, meaning that those making donations online will have to pass rigorous checks